to speak to Bill 44 today, and from my colleague from Simcoe Grey, the Capacity Pay Act. Many have long advocated in this legislature and across the province that the arbitration system in Ontario is indeed broken, and it's time to fix it. Take, for example, the dispute between the City of Stratford and the Stratford firefighters. An arbitrator in that case awarded a retroactive pay increase going back over 3 years. It was estimated the cost to the municipality was $1.5 million and a 20% pay increase with zero explanation from the arbitrator and no consideration of Stratford's capacity to pay. The real impact, however, is felt across the entire community, not just those firefighters or those who sit on the local council. The real impact is felt when property taxes skyrocket as a result. When a young family who may purchase their home need to reallocate their money that they might have intended on spending on upgrading their home has to be reallocated to higher taxes instead. That impact is felt again when the contractor who would have upgraded the family home never gets the call and never gets the job. And again, when the local home hardware owner doesn't sell the contractor the supplies he would have needed to upgrade the family's home. This is the unseen, which is rarely spoken of and too often never realized. When the arbitrator made that decision, he thought only of the two parties involved. The arbitrator only took into consideration the union's demand for wages and disregarded the impact that this would have not only on the municipality's budget, but the economy of Stratford as a whole and all of Ontario. The problem is the way the law is written in this province. Technically, the arbitrator did nothing wrong. We allow arbitrators to be hand-picked. In essence, they're patronage appointments. We do not require that they publish a public report, nor do we require them to explain or justify the award. I believe that must change. It's about showing taxpayers the respect they deserve. It's about creating a legislative framework that protects the taxpayer and not burden them. It's about creating, the late Margaret Thatcher once said, it's your tax which pays for public spending. The government has no money of its own. There's only taxpayers' money. Last week, the member here for Trinity Spadina, the coalition member, spoke out in this House about our money, he said, and how we in this House must protect our money. Well, it's not our money, Speaker. It's the taxpayers' money. That money belongs to that young family I spoke of earlier. And when we take more money away from that family to pay for arbitration awards that the municipality can't afford, we are burdening that family even further. Yet that is what has happened in Stratford, and it's repeated daily across this province. Like an arbitrator's decision in the small town of Smith Falls, town of less than 9,000 people, that has six of their policemen are now on the sunshine list, earning over $100,000 a year. Just as concerning is that there's no time limits to settle disputes. A disputed contract that requires an arbitrator often isn't settled until the next contract in question has already expired, sometimes 2 or 3 years later. What if instead of padding that sunshine list with another $1.5 million, maybe if we didn't do that, we could afford proper care for those who are truly in need. Care for a family that has an autistic son or daughter, or a disabled man or woman who cannot provide for themselves. Sadly, instead, we choose to enrich a few and cause significant and further hardship for far too many. I'm proud that we are the only party in this legislature that realizes the consequences of these actions and are standing up and taking action to fix it. Thank you.
Thank you. Further debate? The member for Trinity Spadina.
Thank you very much, Speaker. I'm so delighted to speak against this